Hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Reverend Elizabeth Levy, and I'm here to talk about briefly and read a verse regarding our own inner hearing, finding our voice, finding our inner voice, listening, and being that voice. It is the way of the heart, and thou shalt be guided therein by thine own inner hearing. As we discuss finding our inner voice, our intuition, it is also important to make note of how this concept has been addressed by the great spiritual leaders throughout the centuries. There are numerous references in hundreds of texts throughout antiquity, many of which seem to say nearly all the same thing over and over, but in different ways. As an interfaith community, we honor those great avatars and seek out those synchronicities. Today's reading selections come from four of the great faith leaders: Jesus of Christianity, Krishna of Hinduism, Buddha from Buddhism, and Lao Tzu from Taoism. Each of these selections convey an aspect of our deepest self, our deepest voice, the voice for God. As I read these texts, listen for similarities and open your minds to the depth of the ideas they are conveying. From the second apocalypse of James, a text found in Nag Hammadi and attributed to his brother James, Christ Jesus said, "Become aware of me within you. Focus your attention on me, that I may become manifest in you." Jesus was directing his disciples to go within to find the divinity within themselves. And by Jesus, we also mean the Christ consciousness. From the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, "Think on me in the serenity of your heart. Control your mind and become fearless. Have me as your supreme goal. Again, look within for the strength and serenity of the Supreme." Lord Krishna consciousness. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha said, "With earnest meditation, purity of mind, and compassionate hearts and acts of kindness, you will become an island of serenity, which even the greatest floods cannot sweep away." Look within, find yourself, your deepest, truest self. And finally, in the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu said, "See me, essence behind the essence, and you will become free of fear and evil. Then you will be at peace with yourself." Seek within deeper and deeper to find your inner peace. And to help make us all sense of this ancient words in our modern times, I offer the following quote from Sister Joan Chittister, an American Benedictine nun, theologian, and author and speaker. The resurrection to which Easter calls us, our own, requires that we prepare to find God where God is. By opening ourselves to the world around us with a listening ear, listening is a key word. Hear is one thing, but listen is even deeper. That means that we must be prepared to be surprised by God in strange places, in ways we never thought we'd see, and through the words of those we never thought we'd hear. We must allow others, even those whom we have still now refused to consider, to open our hearts to things we do not want to hear. We must release the voice of God in everywhere, everyone, everywhere. Means putting down the social phobia that protect us from one another. It requires that we clean out of our vocabulary our contempt for liberals, our frustration for radicals, and our disdain for conservatives. It will presume that we will reach out to the other, to the gays and the immigrants, and the Blacks and to the strangers, the prisoners and the poor, people that are not from our tribe, or not our archetypes, are not the people that we would ordinarily picture or keep in mind as people we'd want to associate with in the ordinary course of events. In order to divine what visions to see with them, what cries for them, what stones to move from their front of their graves. This speaks to me very well. Through our differences or our seeming differences, we have the opportunity to listen, to pause, to listen, to look, to experience what their inner subtext is, what they're really trying to say, what they're asking for, what their request is. A request to be seen, a request to be heard, a request to hear their voices. So, and even without our busiest, within the affairs of our daily lives, it shall ring suddenly in thine inner ear. Thank you very much.